Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Been a couple of days since I put up any content, so today I thought I'd put one up where this is more of an opinion piece than anything else. And I wanted to answer a question I've seen posed quite a bit on YouTube here over the past few months. And the question is, should Justin Trudeau resign? So the easy answer to that is yes, he should resign. He should get out of there, and we'd be rid of him. But upon further thought, and this is a discussion I've had with a number of people, should Justin Trudeau retire? And so the question I pose to these people is what do you intend to get out of Justin Trudeau resigning? I think that a lot of people somehow have this idea that if Justin Trudeau resigns, Pierre Poilievre is going to become the prime minister. And while that may be eventually, in the long term, in the short term, it's definitely not. It's not what you're going to get. That's not how our electoral system works. If Justin Trudeau were to say resign, decide that he's had enough, and for the benefit of the country and for himself, he resigns. What will happen is the deputy prime minister and the deputy leader of the Liberal Party of Canada would take over and become the prime minister. The deputy prime minister is Chrystia Freeland right now. So that's who we would have as prime minister. We would have a prime minister who is going to continue to do everything that the current prime minister is doing and be just as unfavorable in the eyes of pretty much the entire electorate. I did a little bit of research today before I started on this one because, I wanted to make sure I had my facts in line. We don't really track deputy prime minister's approval ratings like the Americans do with their vice presidents. But Chrystia Freeland has a slightly better approval rating than Justin Trudeau, particularly amongst Liberal voters. Amongst Liberal voters, she is going to do quite well. But then when it gets into the other parties, it drops off precipitously and is really not any better than what Justin Trudeau's approval rating is. Among decided NDP voters, it was 39% would consider voting for Chrystia Freeland. Amongst Green voters, it was even lower. It was it was 29, not 39%. And amongst Green voters, it was 26% would consider voting for Chrystia Freeland. And then, of course, in the decided Conservative voters, 10%, which I think is a very high number, that would actually consider voting for Chrystia Freeland. So this is one of those situations where if your opponent is in a really deep hole, the suggestion is rather than hand him a lifeline, let's pass him a shovel. Let's let him hang in there until the writ is dropped and we have an election. And that's really the only win that we have. The only positive we would gain out of Justin Trudeau resigning is that we wouldn't have to see him on TV as often. But that Justin Trudeau would be replaced by Chrystia Freeland, and in my opinion, that is no better than what we have now. So my advice is to hold the course, let him keep digging this hole deeper and deeper. Pierre Poilievre is really, he's playing a great game right now. He knows what's going on, and he's making great strides in his popularity and his approval rating. And I think that even though it's going to be a tough go waiting it out until we get that election dropped in next year or sooner if the NDP ever come to their senses, that may be a video all on its own. We will see a change in government come the end of 2025 when we see another election in Canada. Until then, thanks you for watching. If you have not yet subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe and like and share the video if you wish. And comment whether you agree or disagree, and let's have some discussion. God bless you from the homestead.